It is June 13th, 2020. We're here at 2538 Quidde Avenue, San Diego, California, 92122. We're here on the side of the house, and we have an original, it appears to be 3-inch ABS clean out for the sewer main. We have a bathroom right on the other side of this wall. Here you can see we have cast iron pipes. So again, we assume this was original, but it might have been modified and then extended because this ABS is actually turning into cast iron pipe. So cast iron looks good there so far, no issues. Here's a T-junction, and then we actually looks like we go into what appears to be plastic. So we have that little rough cast iron there, and then we go back into ABS. So here's a T-junction that's picking up the toilet. You can see all the toilet paper right there. Here we have T-junction comes from up top, and this could be picking up part of the other run that might be from, there's an upstairs bathroom addition. So that's probably why we see this transition to a little bit of plastic here. And then as you can see, we go right back to cast iron. Now you can see right here we have standing water in the line. This is what we call a sag or a belly to the line. This can be due to improper slope from when the piping was actually originally installed, some settling to the pipe from underneath, or it could be due to some buildup on the line that's causing the water to dam up, or just an actual stoppage. So you can see we're completely underwater right here, the entire camera. So this is obviously not correct and not right, and should never have any standing water. You can see some little product there, probably toilet paper, it's hard to say. We're completely underwater, so we have no visibility, and there we go, we just came out of that. So we're going to go ahead and push a little bit more forward, and you can see we have that little turn on the line. So now we're going to slowly back up on the pipe here to show this water that we just passed through, to see if it's still standing there, or if some of it is slightly cleared out from a possible soft small blockage in the line, but we didn't see that much water run by. So we're going to back up here again. So you can see we're at 18 feet from the clean out. See that little debris right there. As we back up here, we've got all this standing water, and that's why you're seeing all this debris inside the pipe, because the pipe has improper slope to it. So this original cast iron's got all this water just standing in it here. We're going to come back through here again. Looks like some of it has definitely cleared out a little bit at the end, and there you go. You can see we're completely underwater. No water is being run right now, and the entire camera, which is a 1-inch camera, is underwater. So unfortunately, there's just some improper slope that was installed in the original cast iron itself. So here's the beginning of this run. And this is again where they dug this up at one time to do this ABS transition for the remodel. This is the original pipe still, and it goes right into this lake of water. So that's why you're seeing all this paper and other debris in the line, because it's got improper slope. So all this water is always staying in the line and not draining out of the system. We're completely underwater here. So we'll keep pushing forward again. We've already seen this. So that's definitely not going away with the little bit of debris that we pushed out of the line. So we cannot guarantee if it'll always function, or if you'll have occasional stoppages due to that. Continuing down the original cast iron, see some of the debris right there that we flushed out. Minor scale and buildup of deposits on the bottom of the line. Nothing severe at all, nothing that requires any cleaning or hydrojetting. But again, we have all this little bit of standing water in the pipe, as you can see again here as well. So the system is just not set with proper slope here, coming up and out of that. Just a constant lake of water everywhere, with a little bit of undulations up and down out of the line here. So still at 30 feet, and we're still holding water everywhere here, as you can see from the video. We're completely underwater now with the entire camera. We may be dragging some debris right now, but we're still underwater. You can see there all the floaties and things moving around. So we have no complete visual on the line, unfortunately, because it's just not set right for some reason. Okay, here we go. We finally came out of that here. See all that paper and debris. So this is just not moving down the system. It's all collecting in there. So with heavy usage, all this paper is going to constantly clog up heavy feces and other debris, and can just lead to stoppages. So you can see there's just mounds of paper everywhere. So there's a bunch there. It's just in the entire system because unfortunately this is holding water everywhere. So you could go on a maintenance schedule, but like with anything, they could clean it, and then the very next day when a bunch of paper and feces get put down, then it could stop up then. So it's not really going to help the system to do occasional cleaning of the line. Let's go ahead and continue to push past these points. So here we go. We'll see if this is holding water too, it looks like. Yeah, we're all underwater here. Coming back out again, still has some water. Again, this is still all original cast iron pipe. And this could be getting close to the middle of the house now. Still underwater. Looks like we have a turn right here. Yes. Turn. Still water and debris being held up here. A little bit better here, but this one's a little bit more open here from this 50 to 60 foot run so far. We don't have all that constant, really heavy, deep standing water. Little debris caked up on the top of the pipe. Does not appear to be anything severe, anything wrong with it there though. Same thing there, no issue. Little chunks of debris on the top, might have been from some things flowing down the line or a backup. Okay, here we have a T-junction here on the line. So here we're making a turn, and another part of the system is also dumping into there. Here we have what appears to be the original possible cast iron property line clean out. So we're 80 feet out from this clean out. So right here you can see we're hitting a direct wall. This is a hard T-junction going vertically down. So we're going to go ahead and locate where this is at on the property and see how close we are to the sidewalk's edge, and if there's any other clean outs that this was brought to or right after it. Okay, so we have gone ahead and located, and this is in the driveway, this original property line clean out, and then we do have some work from the city that was done from the sidewalk over. So we're going to leave this camera right here. Again, this is the original 3-inch cast iron pipe. We do have 3 bathrooms running through all this 3-inch. We have the 2 original, we have a full bath, a 1 3/4 bath, and then we have the remodeled bathroom from upstairs. So this original clean out that we went down and through, where we then saw a little bit of plastic in between, that was either from a repair or due to the bathroom being remodeled. It is not the bathroom that is picked up from upstairs. So what we're going to do is just push this forward just through to this T right here, and we're now going to pause, and we're going to use the second camera and move over to this location. Okay, so we moved our second camera over here to the front of the house in the driveway. You can see here this box and then the second lid that the city put in. So this is the original box. Here is the original property line clean out, the original cast iron. You can see there's our camera lens right there sticking through the 3-inch cast iron where we got to this point. So we're now going to go ahead and go past here. See some heavy scale and buildup on this part of the cast iron right here. This is a straight vertical pipe. This can happen on vertical runs like this. You can see a lot of buildup in there. So sometimes this has to be scraped and cleaned if it leads to any stoppages. A little constricted right there. Then this immediately goes down here, as you can see, a few feet down. and then it's going to be a 90-degree turn right here. And here you can see we transition from cast iron and we're now in clay pipe. So you can see there's a little bit of roots intruding on the left-hand side right there. So you can see on the wall, the pipe, that little fibrous, that's a root intrusion right at the hub where this cast iron transitions into the clay pipe. So they're very small right now. Might have been cleaned out recently, or maybe they're not growing in too heavily, but there are some small intrusions right there on the left side of the wall growing along the edge, some small ones. It doesn't need anything right now as far as snaking, hydrojetting, or chain knocking, the three methods we use to clean this up, but it does need to be maintained. So once a year a homeowner can go ahead and put a foaming chemical down called Robic Foaming Root Killer. You can buy it at Lowe's or Home Depot. You would pour it directly down here when you mix it into a bucket and let it sit for about 6 hours with just about barely a couple ounces of water, and it'll foam up, and you leave it in the system. So this doesn't require repair, just going to require yearly maintenance. And we go down and you can see the cast iron immediately transitions. We have one little root trying to grow in right there from the hub, it looks like, to the plastic PVC green bell. There's one little tiny one trying to grow through there. So this is all the new. This is white and green. This is PVC pipe that the city contractors put in when they replaced the line. The white piece right here, that is the T-junction for the other clean out with the circular steel lid in the driveway here right before the sidewalk. And you can see all this green PVC pipe that was installed. And then right after that, which is basically the edge of the sidewalk, they relined the rest of the clay. So they dug up one square of sidewalk, put in this junction, and then they ran their equipment to actually push and pull a liner through the system. So this is the clay pipe that's been relined. So now it's one solid piece. So there's no hubs and no usually real chance for roots to ever grow into here. So that's a good thing. So the rest of this line should be root free. Because they coated this pipe here. So we'll just continue all the way out to get to where this line ends for this house, the end of the lateral, where it then dumps into the city. Here's a turn right here. You can see that little webbing right there on the bottom left. That's the liner that they actually coat the pipe with. And then you can see right here, here's the new plastic pipe that they put in the street with the numbers written all over that. So that's the end of this lateral for this house. So everything is good. Of course, from what the city put in, we just have those little bit of tiny roots growing in at the cast iron to clay connection. And then from the clay back to the new plastic, very small ones. Again, they can be maintained with Robic Foaming Root Killer. Does not require repair and does not need any maintenance at this time. They're not big enough. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video, and we're going to move over to another camera to up to the rooftop to look at the laundry drain line. Okay, so we moved our camera over here to the rooftop. You can see this little side yard. We pan across here. There's the upstairs addition that was added. So here's the laundry vent right here. We'll go down, see if we can access this pipe. Looks like it's got some turns on the line, unfortunately. We're going to pull this out and wipe off our lens with some of the cobwebs there. So as we go down just a few feet, you can see there's a 90. And that's fine. The vents can do as many turns as they want on like a drain line. It doesn't affect its performance or its function. We're going to try a smaller camera to see if we can somehow get lucky and push through part of it or most of it. But what we'll go ahead and do is we are going to move over to across the rooftop here. So there's the water heater vent. And then just to the right, you can see that short little pipe. That's the original kitchen vent. Now, we do have an issue with the kitchen basically not having a proper vent under the sink. It's an island sink, and we'll go into the house and show that. But we are going to go ahead and put our camera down this vent right here, so we're going to pause for 1 second to move our equipment. Okay, so here is the original kitchen vent. We'll see where this goes to, or if it was capped off. So you can see that there's some ABS pipe right there, it appears. It does look like it's a little offset for our camera head to get by that. For some reason it's kind of snagging up there for some weird reason. Let's see if we can get this to kind of swing and shift a little bit. There we go. So you can see now we're running across horizontally here. And then we're going back down right here. Bunch of spiders and things moving on the line here. So this is going down. And we're dropping into a turn right here. So, kind of lose our complete visibility, but we have a little turn right here. So now what we're going to go ahead and do, since again under the sink isn't plumbed the exact normal way, we're going to verify that we can hear water echoing down this line, and or maybe see if we can somehow even see water transitioning by this bottom turn we're at. So we're going to first go ahead and just run the kitchen sink itself, and then we'll run the utility sink by the laundry to see if we hear anything, to see if this is connected into the system, which would be a good thing. So we're going to pause for 1 second. Okay, so we can't see any water running by, but we just want to record this, that we do actually hear the echo of the water. So even though the piping under the sink was not done properly, the vent still ties in underground or in some other T-junction in some fashion. So that's what we needed to verify. But we do hear water echoing down the line. Only the kitchen water is being run right now. And so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and pause and move over to the laundry. Okay, so the water is being run through the laundry now only, the utility sink there next to the laundry air closet, and we are getting the echo to come through both the laundry vent as well as this kitchen vent. So everything is tied into the vents properly. So we're going to go ahead and pause, move this camera out, and try one other small, more manipulative camera to see if we can get through that laundry and kitchen drain line that's underground actually. Okay, so we've actually moved first over to the original bathroom here in the downstairs. See, there's our skylight from this bathroom. We're going to go down this original 2-inch vent right here. We again still have our other first original camera inside the line, so we want to go ahead and show where this ties in. Got a little leaf right there. It's blown into the system. It got pushed down. So here's the original main sewer line here from this bathroom, and then you can see here's that T-junction we passed, and we were pushing the first camera, and there's our orange reddish push rod from the other main sewer. So you can see it's a very short run and ties into the spot we've already seen. So no issues with this part of this bathroom line here for this bathroom, which is the 1 3/4 bath, because it's a very short run before it dumps into the actual main from the other part of the house. So coming back out here, so again this is this bathroom, and here's the addition, which is all new piping that tied back in. So we're going to pause and now move to the laundry. Okay, so we've got a smaller camera that's not a self-leveling, but it may be able to maneuver through these turns right here. So we're going to give this a try to see. There you go, we got through that first 90, then it travels across, makes another turn. And so far we're getting down here, and you can see this is old original pipe here. It may not get all the way through, but we're going to give it a try. Making it down quite a the ways. There's the T-junction right there. That's, you can see how wet that is. That's picking up the laundry, or actually even just the utility sink that's in the laundry there. So we can see we have another T-junction right there, offset. So that's where they both dump in. One could even be a clean out in there. We'll have to see in that room. So now it's definitely getting hard to push. This does look like newer plastic pipe here though. We're going to pause for a second and get some water running through this. Okay, so you can see there's our water kind of on the top of the screen, because again this is not a self-leveling camera. It's very small. So we've got some water running through the utility sink in the laundry, and we're going to see if this helps reduce the friction and help move this push rod and this camera down the line to try to get as much of this laundry, and eventually seeing the tie-in for the kitchen for this section of pipe, because there was a repair done on it a few years ago. So we want to see if we can see anything else on the current condition of the pipe. So you can see so far here the line's nice and open. That's probably again because we have not encountered the kitchen tie-in yet, where you typically get a lot of food and grease and other buildup. But this part of the pipe is in good condition, so nothing to be worried about this so far. Again, we don't know how far we're going to be able to push out on here. It's extremely difficult to do this many twists and turns on the line, so we're probably not going to get much further. But the line is functional. Obviously the kitchen is draining fine, the laundry is draining fine. Obviously, just like with any drain, we can't guarantee how long it could lead to a stoppage when we can't get to inspect the entire portion of the pipe, but because of how everything was set up in the house, we can't maneuver through any part of the kitchen line. The kitchen line would have to be cut under the sink and simply banded back together, but it's not detachable and there's no clean out in there because, again, the kitchen line, not a huge deal, but it just wasn't piped properly under the sink. We did find that the vent is still tied in, so that was the one thing we were trying to confirm, which we did for the kitchen. But here for this laundry, as it eventually ties into the kitchen, we can't get any further than this. So as you can see, we're only about 17 feet out. We're not very far out horizontally. And we just can't get any more. It's just too hard to push through the 290s and then a few other turns that we had to manipulate through. So unfortunately, that's as far as we can get onto this part of the system. But as you can see, the multitude of water that's running by, it is completely functional at this point in time. So we're going to go ahead and pause, and we're just going to move back to our original camera to pull back on that one more time just to show that run and see how the water is settled in that part of the system. Okay, so we moved down to our first camera, which is at the very end of this property line clean out line here. So what we've done was the real estate agent and I ran water through this bathroom that's right behind this clean out where we started, and we flushed the toilet a few times and ran the tub shower or shower stall and the sink for a while. We wanted to see if that moved out all that debris from just that constant water action, or if it kind of left it in the system. So I believe we were out right about 80 feet because we've taken our monitor on and off a few times. It's not showing that, so we're going in the negative right now, but I believe we were about that. So we're going to keep passing a little bit of debris. We've seen all this already, but there's some of all that debris. Again, this is a smaller 3-inch cast iron line. So we're going to keep pulling back here to the area that really had the water that was hanging out. We're not worried about that little bit of paper and debris sporadically seen through the line. As long as it's moving down the system and obviously not causing blockages and heavy mounds in certain areas. But that's what we want to verify here. So keep backing up, see all this paper. Okay, there's the T-junction. So yeah, I know we've got just a little under 40 feet left now from this T-junction. So that's the T-junction that picks up the first bathroom downstairs, the full bathroom with the tub, and then the other part of the house drains across there. So here's where we've got all this standing water here in the line. We once again want to show this one more time as we pass through here. We've got no water running right now. So you can see a little bit of mounding there on the left and right. But we've just got these pockets and pools of water that were showing up earlier on. So we're going to see if it still looks as intense or not. So you can see there's some build up right there around that junction, but not seeing as much debris, so maybe we flushed the majority of it out just with the running water. So that's good news. That's what we wanted to see with some heavy usage, if it would move all that out of the line. Here's this turn. Just a little bit of water again staying in these pockets where there's some buildup. So sometimes that can be again jetted out, and sometimes they can scrape it clean a little bit better, but it's not 100% guarantee. But as you can see, most of that debris we're not seeing in the system anymore. So that's what we really wanted to see, that it was kind of opened up, and it did kind of push all that out. Here's the new T-junction they put in from either, again, a partial repair or the bathroom being repositioned, remodeled at some point. So that's what that plastic there is for. And then we go back to that little bit of cast iron right here, and then we're back out of the clean out. So just by running all that water, it definitely moved all that debris out of the system. So you can see we're now out of the clean out, the original starting point here in this little wooden closet here on the side of the house. So that's good, just from all that water movement. Everything got cleared out of the system. So again, at this point, we don't recommend any type of maintenance on the line. It doesn't need to be repaired. It just doesn't have perfect slope and some little pockets holding water. But everything moved out by us just by running water for a little bit. So that concludes the recording for this property.